time for Clarion Connection with Ron Wilshire. Good morning, Ron.
Morning, Steve. How are you doing?
Every day is truly a dream.
It's a dream, huh?
Yes.
Well, we're going to talk about a dream today. The dream of the Clarion County YMCA and possibly building a new YMCA facility. It's very early in the process, and it'll still take years to actually see breaking ground and that sort of thing, probably. But one of the first steps is a survey on the needs or the desires of the people of Clarion County, what they would like to see in a new Y. And today we have Jesse Kelley, the director of the Clarion County Y, and Gene Sobolewski, the president of the board of directors of the Clarion County Y, and they wanted to talk a little bit about the project and the survey that they're undertaking. Jesse?
Sure, Ron. What we're trying to do is develop an accurate needs assessment for our community. In order to strengthen our community, we want to know from our community members what the needs of the Clarion County community are. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to reel in about 12 to 1,300 completed surveys, and right now we have 900 completed, so we're about 400 surveys from our goal, and we're going to shoot for getting those completed by about September 15th so we can accurately organize that material and make the next step, which will then be taking those needs by priority and linking them to a facility design to meet those needs. So basically just coming up with a facility prototype and then going right off the top what the community stated that the main needs are in Clarion County, and then trying to build a facility to accurately meet those needs.
Now, this survey has been available for a little while now. I know you've sent some cards, and I believe it's available through the Y's website.
Yes, that's very important. And if you're interested, if you have not filled out the survey yet, it takes literally 5 minutes, and it's only 4 questions. But you can access that at clarioncountyymca.org, and it is on our homepage. You just have to scroll to the bottom of the homepage, and you'll see a link that says Take Survey Here. And if you just click on that link, you'll be able to access the survey. Again, it's only 4 questions and takes about 5 minutes, and that's clarioncountyymca.org.
And the Y is also on Facebook, so just look the Y up on Facebook too.
Clarion County YMCA is on Facebook, yes.
Great. So the Y has a procedure, the national Y. Of course, the Clarion County Y is actually a branch of the Oil City Y, but the national Y organization has a procedure in terms of if someone feels it wants a new Y, what they have to go through, doesn't it?
Right. Through years of research, there's been so many capital campaigns, capital development processes out there that Ys have done, and they've really developed a best practices checklist that they really, now not all Ys follow this, but we're right in the middle of phase 2 right now. So we're definitely on that path, and it's an 8-phase process. So phase 2 is really where you start to put together that prototype YMCA based on your community needs assessment. And once you get all your work done in phase 2, then you actually move on to phase 3, and that's where you start doing some of your studies, your goal feasibility studies, your marketing studies, and determine the next further steps after that. But we're right there knocking on the door in phase 3, and again, it's an 8-phase process, but we're taking the steps one by one.
Gene, you come from a background of health and physical education and also a football coach, so you have your pulse on a lot of the aspects of the Y.
Well, Ron, I have had some experience, and I was the chairperson of the Health and Physical Education program when we developed the new rec center, the student rec center here at the university, and we sort of copied the Ohio University recreational. We downplayed it a little bit, but very excited about this new project. It's a win-win situation for the Clarion County, the community. We have been taking steps that are very important. It looks like we will have a partnership with the hospital, and the location of the Y should be an excellent location. Everyone keeps on saying location, location, location. We have had several meetings with the hospital. It has been all very positive. We have one coming up at the end of this month, and we have things going all in the right direction, and it's exciting. And as Jesse has indicated, we need to get a survey going that will lead us in a more direct area.
Now, the partnership with the Clarion Hospital, a lot of that centers around where this facility is going to be built. So it's going to be perhaps built on Clarion Hospital property.
Right now, that's tentatively our plans. We have no formal contracts, but we should have it coming up in the near future. But we have surveyed that area right a little south, maybe 100 yards or so from the hospital, maybe even closer to the hospital. And that gives us an opportunity. We estimate approximately 3,000 people go to work there every day, and within a mile radius of that area. A lot of motel area. It will be a little bit of a transit type of Y, where people coming into hotels can drop their children off or whatever. And also because of the shopping centers in that area, we'll probably have a child care center and areas like that. We not only want to build this Y without really going into debt, but we also want to maintain it to keep it in level. In order to do that, you have to have a daycare center is probably the most important thing. A daycare center could provide us with that dream 6-lane swimming pool that we have on there. So it's just located perfectly by the hospital, and it looks like everything's going forward, so that should be the area. And now we have to just solidify, and I cannot stress the value of this particular survey, because national USAY is that's very important for them to determine if the possibility does exist here in the Clarion. They'll, as we go down through the other 6 steps that we have to take, it gets more involved, but it's more protecting us, and that's the advantage of being connected with the Y. And it's a very popular name, and whenever you talk about a Y daycare center, that's the ultimate that you would like to send children to.
Because not only do we want to offer services, we want to offer something that's a good business model.
Well, the Y anymore is not just a swim and gym thing. It's more for a lot of activities, for senior citizens, for a lot of different age groups. We have several other partnerships that we would like to get involved with, and that will just sort of cut down the cost and enable us to get this building built.
Right. Now, you say it's not a swim and gym, but some of the preliminary surveys indicate there's a lot of interest in an indoor swimming pool.
Oh, unbelievable. In past surveys and everything else, you keep on hearing that. And it really, whenever you think of Y, in my thoughts, all these years, it's basically, you think of YMCA, you're thinking of a swimming pool, you're thinking of a swim team that is associated with that particular thing, you're thinking of a rehab pool that would be involved with it, and just a basic aquatic center.
Right. So it gives options for the people, but the important part of the survey is everyone should respond. Maybe there's some needs that the Y's missing, and just it's an open book at this point.
Yes, and it shows a lot of interest within the community, and it's going to be the community. This will be all possible if the whole community supports it in one way or the other. Financially, we're talking into the area perhaps of $10 to $12 million, so that's going on edge, and we just need to be able to have everyone in the community, whatever it may be, to get involved in order to do it as a team, and it would work out perfectly.
We're getting a little bit of feedback here in Radio Land. Okay. Well, it's just your booming voice, Gene. It's that coach voice.
Said that before.
Yeah, they probably don't use the word booming, but the Y project though is interesting because the Y does offer a lot of services, activities that you might not necessarily think about. I know even as a space for people to meet, there's a card club that's grown quite popular that uses the Y.
Well, there's all kind of that social aspect that occurs on a daily basis, and Gene can probably attest to this. I mean, he comes into the Y quite regularly before 5 a.m., and there's a group of early risers, as we like to call them, and that meet there not only for healthy living, but also just that social aspect of coming together.
5 a.m., yeah.
Actually, it's a little bit early, and since I know the people around there, I can get in there around 4:45, and everyone's there, and we usually start out with 6 or 7 waiting by the door, and then by almost 6 o'clock, whenever we're leaving, we'll have maybe 20 people there ready to go to work and work out and take a shower and go to work. So it gets to be a family. You start talking, and I think that's the key. We're going into a board retreat where we're going to talk more about being family Y and associating with people and just going to meet there. And many of the people that come in there early in the morning, we just sit around and they'll have a cup of coffee and then they'll talk a little bit and then try to work out. And we usually accomplish something.
Yeah, attempts are always good too. I noticed that there are banners there that recognize the early risers for raising their own group of money for the annual campaign.
Well, most of the early risers, they not only contribute to it and they have a membership, but they also have a club membership for it.
So they have a close membership too.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay. So the a lot of things going on behind the background here, folks. But the early risers, I know there's that one lady there that she summers in Florida, and one of the first things she does when she gets there is buy a Y membership there.
Yes, she does. And there's many other stories like that, too. I'm getting all kind of signals. You're talking about being on a sideline. And if you run a no-huddle offense, you have all these coaches giving you signals. And
Clarion
so
Connection
we're
is
breaking up here. It's Steve, your signals are a little confusing.
This is very much a no-huddle offense, but we like to keep it informal. And that's sort of like the Y. It's if anyone has any special needs, sometimes the Y can tackle those.
Well, it's just like my wife really enjoys bridge, and she's trying to get a group of women together to try to get an area in a new Y in order to have gym. In not only the gym part, but playing bridge in the afternoon. And so it's going to be for the community, the whole community. And the more information we have of different thoughts, that gives us. Do we have a walking area around 3 gymnasiums like you would see at the University Rec Center? Do we have all kind of ideas, throwing out racquetball, handball. What about a hockey thing outside? Bowling, ice skating, things like that. But I'm sure we're going to my aim, or the aim of the board right presently, and we have a great board. This is where this is all coming from, and it's a hard-working board. And if we cannot do it all in one stage, that we get certain phases of it and keep on building until more money comes in or whatever.
You're listening to Clarion Connection. I'm talking with Gene Sobolewski and Jesse Kelley from Clarion Y. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Are you looking to get ahead? At the Clarion County Career Center, we can help. This fall, we are offering classes on basic computer skills, a Microsoft Office course, cake decorating, and a holiday cooking course, or maybe you're interested in getting your CDL. If you're looking for something in the medical field, we have programs for clinical medical assistant, dental assistant, electronic health records management, EKG technician, and our LPN program. A medical billing and coding course, pharmacy technician, physical therapy aide, or even a medical terminology course to get you pointed in the right direction. education. Education comes first at the Clarion County Career Center, and we want to help you. It doesn't stop there. You can take your PA inspection course at the Career Center, quilting, serve safe, a sign language course, or welding. There is something for everyone at the Clarion County Career Center. Call us today, and we'll see if we have something that fits you. Continue your education this fall at the Clarion County Career Center in Shippenville. If interested in more information on any of these courses, find us on the web at clarionadulted.org, visit our Facebook page, or call 814-226-4391 to get the answers you need.
The orphan sea otter pup at the Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium is melting hearts. You can see him swim and splash in his pool and play with his toys in the nursery at Water's Edge. You can watch more zoo youngsters throughout the park, including our tigers playing together, our African painted dogs running as a pack, and the amusic antics of our elephants. Plus, you never know what other wild surprises to expect, so don't miss the fun and excitement this summer at the Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium.
I'll have the grilled cheese, please.
Hot or cold?
Hot isn't grilled hot.
We're still looking to hire a cook for the summer season, so cold?
But your name is Hot Grilled Cheeseria.
Yeah, I can give you bread and cheese, and you can try grilling it on your exhaust manifold.
Don't be stuck without a chef or any other seasonal employee you need. Log on to ClarionVenangoHelpWanted.com.
You know, if you have heated seats, you could sit on it and have a panini.
Okay.
Post as many jobs as you like in minutes and use as many words as you want for one low price. ClarionVenangoHelpWanted.com. Long name, amazing results. Ms. Munchler, would you file these documents, please?
Oh, okay, after I take your temperature.
Why are you a receptionist?
Well, because I couldn't find a nursing job.
Then why didn't you go online and check out ClarionVenangoHelpWanted.com?
Okay, sir, take off your shirt and I'll take your blood pressure.
They have hundreds of local jobs, hospital, sales, IT. Oops, sorry. She's just...
Ooh, your blood pressure just went sky high.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'm going to need a specimen. Take this...
Get out! ClarionVenangoHelpWanted.com. Long name, amazing results.
Welcome back to Clarion Connection. I'm Ron Wilshire, and today I'm talking to Jesse Kelley, the director of the Clarion County YMCA, and Gene Sobolewski, the board president. Jesse, we were talking about the survey of needs that the community feels for a new Y, and I just want to talk a little bit about when a new Y might actually see construction. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight, is it?
Oh, no, Ron, it's going to be a work in progress, but certainly we want to follow the steps that are laid before us with YUSA. And I mentioned before, that's an 8-phase process, and right now we are in the middle of phase 2, which is gathering all of our information. And it's going to take here September to accurately identify the community needs by compiling all this survey data. And once we get that data, we can start framing a prototype YMCA based on those needs. And once you have that, I would put my best guess at 2013 is when we will start formulating all of our studies, performing that marketing study we talked about, a goal feasibility study that we talked about, because here you're going to have this prototype Y, and then you need to accurately survey the community and find out how much support you're going to gain. You're going to have your preliminary campaign goal here at the end of this year, and then you need to find out, hey, what can you raise from the community? And we'll have to hire a firm to do that. We'll bring in probably 3 or 4 firms, and we'll hire a firm to go out and do that goal feasibility study, and then we'll have the information that'll tell us how much money you can expect to raise from the community. And then, like Gene said, we can take that figure and, hey, if we can't get the whole thing built right away, that's okay. We've looked at a phase construction process where you'd build in phases. So my best guess is probably by, actually going out and launching the campaign the end of 2013, when you actually go out and start bringing in your donations, or early 2014, and start your campaign, the actual campaign part of it then. And then just beyond then, that's when you would get into starting building your facility.
In the meantime, the Y has a lot of attractions at its current locations and different programs. What are some of the different things you've done? Summer's over now, I guess, but you've had various fitness programs there over the summer.
Yeah, sure, Ron. We always have that healthy living component that we talk about, and our adult fitness classes are doing very well. We just finished on the youth development landscape. We finished our summer soccer program, which has always been a successful program. We have over 300 kids involved in grades pre-kindergarten through 8th grade. So, the Clarion County Park has been home to that program for ever since I've been a part of the Y. So that's been a hallmark program that we're doing. We're about to start a little bit of youth outreach also, though, in the schools, in which we're going to have a staff member. It's called the Fun and Fit Club, but it's really to educate our children and our parents on healthy habits. And so we're going to get out into the schools once a week and do some outreach, and it's just all about trying to nurture the potential of those young kids.
Gene, you have quite some experience with the healthy habits.
Yes, for many years teaching health and physical education. But a couple points here that I'd like to bring up, Ron, is that this is a county YMCA. We have to be very much aware of the whole lining of this county, and that is the purpose of it. We want to get the people that not only live in the borough but outside of the county, and that's part of the reason that we have this location and trying to get involved with the programs that we have from CEL down in Red Bank Valley and Union Township and et cetera, North Clarion. And that is, a lot of people just think that it's just Clarion Y, but it is a county Y. It is also very important economically. As I look into the value of YMCA, right now, this is probably in the community economically the very good news. Building a Y, especially after all the the businesses that are leaving this county and looking at the poverty structure, that Y can be that little step forward that starts bringing people into Clarion and saying, hey, look, they have a Y. Right across Route 80, you'll overlook there the Trinity Point that they have. All kind of new things are happening over there. Perhaps a new motel is going to go there, and that will probably be, 9 there? And surveys, you have close to 40,000 cars going up and down Route 80. So we have that influence there, and that's less than a half mile away, and close to 25,000 on the route going in 68. So there's a lot of good things economically. It should be something that we jump on, not hide our head and, hey, well, this business left Clarion, this business left Clarion. We need to keep young people here. And if we can have and train young people and work with them, boy, that will establish not only a healthy community, but also financially start bringing in some money into the area.
Oh, I think anything that happens in that area would be good to grow Clarion. And as you mentioned, that whole area is becoming a destination point, and the Clarion County Y would be right in the center of that destination. So you'd be getting more, potentially more people than just live in Clarion County, people that are coming here for business or even work here and live somewhere else.
Yes, and that means that you can build on. If we're building in stages, and I'm not sure that we will ever get that $12 million right up in front. I don't know if we have that amount of money here right now, but at least we'll get a few millions there, start building and increasing the interest level and build on from there and turn around this whole facet that we're facing here in the community and losing young people. We want to bring young people here to stay, not only from the university, but the people that are born and raised here. It is a great community, and
well, I think it is about partnerships, as we mentioned earlier. The Clarion Hospital's role in this whole project is going to be very important. In fact, if it wasn't, it'd be a whole nother story.
I think Jesse and I both are very enthused because the enthusiasm that the hospital has shown, they've been positive the whole way in the direction that we have, and we have some other partnerships that we will bring about by that in order to try to make that ideal Y.
Well, just as the future of the hospital is probably going to rely on certain partnerships, so it works with the Y, and as time goes on, I'm sure we'll see more groups partnering with the Y, whether it's the hotels in the area that you mentioned, visitors coming in, could be a partnership there, and just all around, it's a good deal for everybody.
Well, it works out. Even like for the university, we have an excellent early childhood major here at the university. The interns the places to work here with the daycare center that we're building, that makes that partnership even stronger.
Great. Jesse, you were going to say?
Hi, Ron. What were you saying?
You haven't been listening?
Oh, I have.
Yeah, wake up. No, we were just talking about all the partnerships that are going to be successful, and Gene was mentioning even the university, and and it's many universities. I think you've had interns from Clarion and Slippery Rock,
right?
So it's a learning experience too.
Correct. I believe partnerships, this day and age, is we have to work together, and it's going to be very much more difficult for people to do things on their own. So if and that is community. Coming together for to support a collective mission or a collective project. So I think bonding together as a community, so showing how strong we are, and also showing that we can work together, will certainly be advantageous for us.
Now, you've already received about 900 replies from the survey, and you're looking for a final push and ending the survey about September 15th?
Yes, and our main goal is to go 1,200 to approximately 1,300 surveys, and we're about 900 right now, so if we can reel in 300-400 more between now and the 15th, that's going to be our goal, because we want to make sure we get an accurate sample size of the community. And again, to complete the survey, if you would like to go on to our home website address at ClarionCountyYMCA.org, and if you just scroll down to the bottom of the page, you can click on the link. It says Take Survey Now, and that'll log you right into the survey. And the survey has 4 questions. It's just going to take about 5 to 6 minutes out of your day, but it's well worth it, and this information is vital so that we can accurately identify what the needs are of our area.
Great. Gene, any last words for people at home? We're going to be phasing out of Clarion Connection here in a few minutes.
Well, if you get over to Walmart and just drive up towards the hospital and go into that little open area and just get out of your car and look out, and then the view that you have in that area of the river, mountains, and Route 80, and even the top of Walmart looks good from that area. And boy, in a few years, if we could build a 3-story building up there with all glass frame, and have the big Y up there, that would be super for not only people that right now, but for future generations.
Great. I think that's something to aspire to, and we all want to see that successful. I want to thank Gene Sobolewski, the chair of the YMCA Board of Directors, and Jesse Kelley, the director of the Clarion County Y, which is a branch of the Oil City Y, for joining us today on Clarion Connection.